Hi everyone, my name is Yaza and this is Kai. So our project is about grounded synthetic respondent lab. What we mean by that is, so let's say you have a product in mind, or you are a business owner, you come up with a product and you decide that this product is wanted by this person and this product, why do they need that, what problem they are solving, and then the main question here is why or what stopped them from buying that project. There's a traditional way where we do market research. It's usually like give out the survey and also like, wait for the survey to collect and also provide the gift card and stuff like that, which is very expensive. And also at the same time, it's really slow. But in a case, if you look at it with the new AI trend coming up, okay, there's AI. Why don't we just ask the AI to answer it? If we do that, yes, AI will be fast. But one thing it will be missing, it will create hallucination and it will have guessing without any context. So, which is really our project is filling the gap. So our project is basically, what if we first build a realistic person and then ask the AI to answer as that person? So basically create a persona, provide as much as information as we can to the AI or LLM model, because LLM models are just like human. If we are given with the proper instruction, detailed instruction, we turn to do things better. It's pretty much the same way for AI. So for our project, we have a user, and user will define their target audience. And once the target audience is there, user will also define what product that element is answering, because that will give more context. And then once they're done, we want to provide what's the industry, what's the market looks like, is there any competitor out there? Because if you are a human, you are answering a survey, you want to know, okay, what's the other alternatives that I have if to buy a product or not? And then once that's done, we just basically provide the LLM with the survey, or we also have a feature, well, LLM and create a survey for the user based on all the information that we have been given so far. And once that's done, we have backends comes in. So what does backend does? We took the census data and we train an ML model with the census data. Basically, whatever the target audience information has been put, use the LM model as a probability definer to, let's say if someone is 30 years old, they live in a certain area and they have home remote, what's their likelihood of having other attributes that are missing in our app information? And also, we also look into the advising. There is a consumer spend data out there. We just basically provide it as a better information, or just to give a proper prompt for the element to answer. And lastly, we have some, especially for this NeoSmart, there's issue with like a building codes. There's a zip code issue. Some areas doesn't allow you to have ADU. So those information we have been giving in there, using the building code information data out there. And once that's done, we comes in the LLM. So what LLM does, based on all this information, it became a persona. It created that persona first. And once that persona is done, they choose the AI model, which model to use. There's like a different models that they have their own strength and their weaknesses. So for our project, we stick with a GPT and a cloud. And then once that's done, we got the result. So what happened here? The AI respond as a grounded synthetic respondent and not a generic person anymore. So they are being prompt properly, they are being given detailed information, and they answer the survey. What that do, it's we are turned to have more reliable answer, and also we have a lot of reliability check here, so which make our app more trustworthy. I'll pass it to Kai to talk about our unique feature in our app.
Okay, thank you, Azza. So before we move on to our next component, we just want to highlight some additional features that we have on our framework. So we have smart context ingestion, which means that, say you have an Amazon link with product information on it, you can take that link and give it to the app, and it will pull the data, grab the data, and then use it to add context into your research. And you can do something similar by just taking a photo as well by using Google Cloud Vision API, and which is also implemented in our app. And we also have some reliability checks that Yaza mentioned, using sources such as US Census data, building code and zip codes data, stability analysis, and machine learning-based persona enrichment. Okay, so once we've created our synthetic personas, we have another component where you can interview these imitated audiences, and we can also add more context to the answers that you would, the questions and answers that you would get from our persona synthesization, and we can see themes, sentiments, and also you can have a conversation with them through chatbot format. And without further ado, let's move to our live demo.
So, so right here, as you can see, we have two options. For this demo, we will just stick with the NeoSmart. Just like I mentioned, we have audience information. They will fill out state, their zip code areas, their age minimum. So basically define what their target audience is. Very detailed information's out here. And once that's done, you can leave a note as well. Once that's done, we will move to the product information. As you can see here, we have a Google Vision upload where, Google Vision will go ahead and look into the information. The other thing that I want to point out here is we have an option called competitors information. And basically from here, they can just run the option. We have two options here. Actually three options here. Choose a model and all right, let me do this. Choose a model, split sample, mirror sample, and stuff like that. And then they basically get the result here. And you get all pretty much like this, how the survey data look like, basically a dashboard with all the question answer in detail. And the last feature we have is the interview chat box that Kai mentioned. Right here, you can basically come and talk, chat with them. Say like, how much would you pay for? Well, the product, and then it can simply answer, and you can have like a live chatting with them as well. Yeah, that summarizes our presentation. Thank you.